I can kill my camera.
And hello and welcome once again to Toy Soldiers Old School. Sorry for the delay, everybody. We had some players who were running a bit behind, but that's all right. My name is Diane Morrison. I'm also known as Sable Aradia. I'm the creator of the Toy Soldiers Saga, and in this game, I am the game master, and I play Captain Celine Wintermist. She's not Sunfall yet.
Not Sunfall yet.
No, she is somehow ended up the captain of the the Avalonian Imperial Marine Corps ship, the Voidchaser. She has found friends and family, and we're all adventuring together. She joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy to see the universe and maybe help some people out along the way. And her pronouns are she or they. And we're going to go to my left and start with Rowan.
Right, she takes a multiple.
Oh, well, okay, we're going to go right, and we're going to start with Siobhan.
Hello, I'm Siobhan the Writer, also known, also Brianna. I play Lilas Madrimlian. I am a altruistic elf who has joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy for out of family obligations, as well as to see about creating his own division of the military. He was thinking intelligence, but it's more of intelligence black ops now. My pronouns are she, her, his, or he, they.
All right, awesome. And let's go to below you and start with Dawn there.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Yasna Snowwind. I was an orphan who joined because, well, just for something to do, really. And then I found some family, so I'm not an orphan anymore. And And then all of a sudden, I changed into a tiger, so that was weird. And my pronouns are she, her.
Awesome. And Blake.
I am Blake. I'll be
Happy
playing.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear
to
Blake.
Dear Blake.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
That was
And many
terrible.
more.
That was absolutely awful. That was awesome.
I'll be playing the part of Crowley. He is a phenom, a feline-like race of my own creation. He is an outcast due to superstition on his home world, which maybe one day he'll be able to correct and re-educate them. But for now, he's out on adventures and tangents, having the time of his life. Doing this and that, getting himself into trouble and out of trouble and into more trouble. Our pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. All right. And Aaron.
Okay, I'm Aaron, known online as Aaron Ree, which is pronounced exactly as it's spelled, R-I-G-H. I play the part of Ruavel Sunfall, the person who, things going well, will eventually sire the protagonist of the Toy Soldier Saga books. Assuming he doesn't get his dick shot off in the war.
Yeah. Or assuming, that Celine doesn't kill him, but...
Yeah.
Or Madrimlian.
Okay, one of those was a threat.
You get to guess which one?
Yeah. Anyway, he's sort of a bit of a prat. He's learning to be a good officer and come up with ideas and do things. And our pronouns are he, they.
Awesome. And let's move along to Taz.
Hi, I'm Taz, also known as Jimeno99 in the internet. I play Arden Spellsword, a Magus Kensai crafter. It's really about it. Pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. And last but not least, Rowan, who should have known we'd get there by now.
I require chocolate. My writing partner is not available all weekend. All right. I'm Rowan. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for all the compliments about my new glasses, guys.
Look great.
I play Lady Von Bin Starsong, who's an ensign in the Elven Imperial Navy. Or not the Elven Imperial Navy, the Avalonian Imperial Navy. And she joined up to see the universe, fly on starseed ships, which are bloody amazing. Visit new, strange, wonderful worlds, meet creatures, occasionally stab a slaver in the groin. Has found family, been transferred to the Marines, got a boyfriend, maybe two boyfriends, and her pronouns are she, her, and so are mine.
Awesome. All right. So I don't believe that, or were you here last time, their intelligence officer? I don't think you were.
Unfortunately, I was not here last week.
Yes, I didn't think so. All right, so basically, not much happened, but the fight was finished. Yeah. Oh, this stupid thing. Okay. I'm trying to get the sound effects up here. Yeah, so we finished the combat where
Songs on Scribe's computer.
Awesome. Yeah, we were facing a couple of scout ships, and we finished that, and we're headed to Permafrost because we believe that it has been taken over by the Fomorians, and we are going to attempt to oust them with a ground attack using our bug suits. And I'm sure that Chris is very... Okay, apparently I was muted, so let's do this again. We're back. I'm going to have to piece these 2 bits together on the archive for YouTube, but whatever. I'm sorry I'm having OBS problems today. I don't really know what its boggle is, but it's pissing me off. You know, such is the internet. Alright, so anyway, yes, we finished attacking the scout ships. We took a few prisoners. We took the logs, and yeah. We sent a bunch of people back to, or sent a bunch of people off in lifeboats.
Yep.
Ruvel got
the parole for the Orcish lieutenant and let him out of the cell.
That's right. Does anybody remember what I named him? No, of course not.
I would have, but it was here.
Nobody wrote this down, eh?
Dinner. Esong, you're mean.
Yes, actually Daz is right too. From the chat crew, Dazzlecat says, my character repost from last session, we looted.
Well, there is a huge storm in the States. Maybe that might have something to do with it.
What's that, sorry?
The huge storm in the States.
Oh,
Maybe
that could
might
be.
have something.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, we appear to be back. I'm going to quit Discord on this computer and use the other computer in the theory. I already quit Chrome, so I don't know. I don't know if it's just if it's a storm thing at the server, there's nothing I can do about it, so.
Other than changing servers, but that's a whole nother slew of problems, possibly.
Yeah.
Well, the problem, yeah.
To be fair, I do have 2 of the Sirenscape players running at the moment. One for the creaking rigging and one for the background. So I guess if it gets worse, I'll have to shut that down and it'll be perfect silence, which is unfortunate. Anyway.
It's the void. It should be silent.
Okay, so we're headed to Permafrost.
Yep.
All right. Daz says, I don't hear either one. That's because it's on fairly quiet. I didn't want to drown us out, but I suppose I could turn it up.
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole ground assault with bug suits. It will be awesome. And hopefully there will be an earth-shattering kaboom, because those are important.
Of course they
in
are.
blowing up ships.
But I think there's going to be a lot of earth-shattering kabooms if the plan goes to anywhere.
Yep.
I wonder if we can time it to like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
A piece of music which does not exist in this universe, but hey, it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, at least so it's sort of harmonic and timed in a manner that forms some kind of a rhythm. That would be good. I think that's beyond our demolition skills.
William Tell Overture.
Yep, William Tell
With
Overture.
the cannons.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Boom, boom. Right?
I think that might be past our demolition skills since this is a relatively new thing, but it would be
somebody is
entertaining.
gonna do it now. Like,
We're gonna try. I'm sure.
Oh.
that'd be what, a perform check along with the normal check. Somebody needs to invest in the
Unfortunately, our battle bard's an NPC.
No! Our battle bard is in chat.
Yeah, it's Isan, isn't it?
Yes.
So
she might-
as you guys approach Permafrost, how are you going about it?
We're approaching from the very cold side.
We're coming up and around.
Yes, it's pointy. Who is at the helm? Because this is going to require piloting checks to land successfully.
Probably, fuck, her name is Mariama.
All right. What's her piloting score?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta roll it.
Yeah, you can roll it, sure. I was going to roll it, but that's fine. In the
Yeah.
meantime, I'll show you my
Nice.
shiny math rocks that my hubby got me.
I'll go get my dice.
Aren't they pretty?
Hi, Sparkle.
Look at my sparkly math rocks. They're like math metal, actually, but
Yeah,
I
those
love
are
them.
awesome. I need more dice. Okay, I don't really need more dice, but I want more dice.
yeah,
That's the correct answer. You don't need more dice, you want more dice.
math rocks are like
Always.
snack time. Snack time, that's a good idea. My hubby got them for me because he's awesome. He looks for stuff on Wish and he buys me little things, which I think are awesome. I also have these shiny math rocks, which he got me. Come on now. There we go.
Of course, my shiny math rock decides to run away and hide. There we go.
See, look at them all shiny in a box. Shimmery.
Very shiny.
There's mine, if you can see it.
No, all we see is a dark blob.
Rowan has her original, very cool 3.5 case that Aaron got her forever ago still.
Oh, hey, you still have that. Cool.
And it is full of
Yeah, man.
dices.
I'm back with dice.
Awesome.
But I need more dices.
Okay, you can make your roll,
Yeah,
and
they're
in the
kind of
meantime,
blurry.
while you were doing that, I will allow.
Because Charmy City, that's typical.
Sorry for the bork yet again. I don't know what's going on. Oh,
And we are back.
I don't know what it is about the stream today.
Anyways, I rolled 25.
Okay. All right. And who has the highest profession starfarer check among you?
Russian pilot?
No, not as a pilot. Profession starfarer.
Sailor, starfarer.
I got a plus 10.
Okay, that's
So
pretty
I don't
good.
think it's me.
Anybody else?
No.
Don's got a 12.
Okay. I think that appears to be our best, so you guys can all make assist rolls.
Okay, we don't have dice today because, well, they're behind the fire lines, and we forgot to borrow some.
Right.
Aaron, can you roll for me, please?
Sure.
I definitely helped. I rolled 19 on the die.
Plus
I'm a-
12 is like 31.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know if I help or not. I got a grand total of 12.
You only need 10.
Okay. So in other words,
I got
just don't roll a 1.
Yeah, go ahead, chat. Feel free to contribute to the roll. You are also piloting the ship by moving the sails and, trying to dip things up at the last minute. I mean, it's really tight quarters and everything's very pointy and it's all ice, right? It's not the best landing strip in the world. It is not an airfield.
No.
Yes, what you were rolling is your profession sailor or your profession starfarer. Nice. Dazzle
Nice.
Cat got a 17.
Aiden has
Aiden
18.
has an 18.
Sparkles still has to get home.
Sparkles rolled a 13.
Oh, alright, he's got a roller on his phone.
And Elaine got a 3.
Ah.
Keep a D20 in your truck. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Alright, so despite Elaine's 3, she basically like drops the
Flips on
line
the-
as she's hauling on it, and someone else kind of has to brace. But you guys manage to set it down without impaling the ship, right, or crashing on the ice into a big spear of ice, or anything like that, fortunately.
Cool.
Right.
Turn to the captain and say, Captain, like a glove.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Good work. This is not exactly a landing strip here, she says.
Good work, crew.
Right. Bug suits, let's go. Call my bug suit.
Yep. Bug suit's on.
Yeah, break out some braziers.
Yes, it is fucking cold. It is
Well, not in the
cold.
bug suits, but
Yeah. Well, we can always put everybody to work in the galley.
Somehow I managed to roll over my earphone thing again.
Not shiny or rock rusty bulldog. Oh, now shiny.
All right. So, you guys are going to head around the flat side here, go around the edge, and then come around to the harbor. That's the plan?
yep.
From inland, yep.
All right. Does anybody actually have survival?
Yep.
Yes.
Good for you. Who,
Yes.
Who has our best survival rating?
Probably Von Vin.
Yep.
It'd likely be Von Vin or Yasma, I imagine.
I've got 7 in survival.
I've got an 8.
Okay.
4.
Just looking at it. I have a total of plus 10.
So far, that appears to be the best. Yep.
Sparkles, I can't jack.
I'll take your word for it there, Sparkle. What's your theory? What do you remember it being? Alright, we're off the ship now, actually, so I can, switch the music here. I know there's, like, a frozen world. I wonder if I have it installed. I don't think I do. So.
Yeah. I actually put points into my survival skill.
How many explosives did we manage to make before we got here?
Oh, yeah.
That's the question.
A lot. Because I recruited everyone with alchemy to help.
Well, how long did we say it takes to make one of these charges?
We can make one a day per person.
1 day per person, okay. And how many people had alchemy?
4.
Okay. All right.
And we had 2 weeks to get here.
2 weeks. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so 4 times 14 is
56.
56. So you have 56 charges. Okay, I'm going to try to download the Frozen Moon soundtrack here. If the stream works, we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Too, like they didn't have that before. So you can check the class skill.
Ah.
All right, so we appear to be back.
Back. And
Right.
Daz has an ad.
Yeah.
Ay. Error 4th. Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason this is frozen on this screen, of course. Hey, because I was going to do the Frozen Moon music, which actually is really cool and would be perfect for Permafrost.
Yep.
All right, we're going to close that.
Yeah, because I gotta go through and refix my history.
Don't know much about history.
This time
Don't
around,
know much
actually,
biology.
for those you can't. I think people who, I don't know who got the armors and blazes, but you could probably, for this operation, switch out your armors things for those because you can't wear them both. They both take up the same slot, sadly.
You missed nothing at all, Barbarossa. We went Bork for a minute.
Yeah, we worked.
Twitch be twitching.
I think I might try to reboot in like the break.
That might be a plan.
Or I could reboot now before we get into the fight.
Sounds like a plan.
That might be an idea.
That's an idea? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is already going to be such a pain to upload to YouTube. Okay. All right. I'm going to try rebooting. I will be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere, gang. There we go. Let's try Frozen Expanse here. And the stupid thing finished downloading, so that was nice. All right. So roll it.
Yep. That's a 15 on the die, so 25.
All right. There is like absolutely no life here. It is a barren,
amazing.
frozen wasteland.
Yep.
You do hear a fair bit of wind. And it's a good thing you have your bug suits on because, you know, it is cold.
Yeah. The etheric membrane will keep them somewhat safe. it's still going to be cold on there.
Well, there's not
Yeah.
a huge etheric membrane, right? Like, gravity
Right.
here is actually quite low. You guys bounce with every step.
Yeah, and yeah, there is an atmosphere.
Yes, and a magnetic field. But
Right.
the atmosphere is very thin.
Yeah.
Is the atmosphere breathable? Nope, your lungs would probably collapse if you didn't have something like a starfaring talisman or a bug suit to protect you. A small spin dizzy of some variety.
It's
At
water
least until you
ice.
got to the civilized area, in which case, of course, it's been built with spin dizzies in the underground
Yeah.
surface, so...
Yeah, pulling air to itself, basically.
I imagine permafrost is kind of like Pluto.
It is a bit... Yup.
Okay.
Do it.
Ruvel's plan,
Okay.
right, which he's going to talk to Madrimlian about. Right? Is approach the area with heading into the setting sun. That way, when our armor glints, they'll just think it's glinting off the ice.
Sound idea.
Right? If the sun is at their backs, when they're looking at us, they'll see little flashes of glints of reflection off the ice anyway. Am I wrong?
Seems reasonable to me.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
So what Ruvel did is he passed this by Madrimlian and told him he should actually bring this up. You outrank me.
And apparently Madrimlian is not listening currently.
Sorry, I was. I thought I had my mic unmuted.
Okay.
So yes, Madrimlian will bring it up. He will credit Ruvel for the thought because it makes sense.
Good idea, says Celine. Okay. I'm going to say as a game master that because Chris is not here tonight, when Elaine Songbird lost control of her part of the sheet, Arian stepped in to grab it, but the ship kind of lurched and he hurt himself. Right?
Pull the muscle.
Pull the muscle.
So instead of going on the assault, he's staying here and keeping an eye on the orc.
Yeah.
So Celine can go on the assault.
Yeah, and commanding and keeping an eye on our paroled orc prisoner. Yep.
Yep. His name was?
I don't remember. None of you wrote it down either, so.
Lugor.
Sure.
Write that down.
Do you remember what clan I said he was from?
Yep. He was Starstrike, I think.
Starstrike sounds right.
Yeah, okay. So Lugor Starstrike. Right. He assures everyone, I've given my parole. I'm not about to cause trouble, he says. Especially not in a place like this.
Believe you.
I can't wish you good luck, he says, but I hope you don't die.
Understood. I hope we don't die too.
Yeah, and you guys start heading across the surface. Now, here's the problem. There are like peaks of ice, jagged ice. It looks like a bad surrealist nightmare. There's no way you're going to be able to just zoom fly there. You're going to
Oh,
have to
just
take
stick
it
low
slow.
to the ice and stay slow. Yeah,
Yep.
No, no, we're trying to be stealthy here, so.
So it
and
could
that way we
take a
won't
day or
also.
two before you make it over the edge.
Yeah, I was expecting to be about 12 hours out. Right, that would keep us way out of the area
Okay.
where they're going to send a patrol for that ship.
I'll double check how successful the navigation was here to see whether or not you actually got within that. Okay. Right? But you won't know for sure until you
Till
get
we
there.
get there.
Yep.
Yep, we know it's that way.
Yep. That's
don't know
that
why,
you do
'cause we can
know. You
see
did
it.
land near to the edge. You do know which way it is. You guys head out in that direction.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody.
Go ahead.
Magellan wants to recruit everybody who has a bug cert.
Yeah, I figured that. We're going to need everybody who has a bug suit in order to make
Oh, yeah.
this assault successful. We're planning on
Yeah.
attacking a fleet. A grounded
Yeah.
fleet. We need every hand that we can get.
Yep. So, does a cat?
Including chat crew, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys
You're
are going to
leaving-
have an opportunity to roll. It'll be fun.
You're leaving the mini pulse on the ship.
Yeah.
We're
not
going
gonna
out there to
need that.
break their backs. That's what we're doing. We're holding the hulls.
It's big bada booms.
A boom, 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 boom.
Bang, bang, bang.
Now, I read Madrimlian's notes prior to the game today. I'd appreciate it actually. Did you make it publicly visible there, Brianna?
I believe I did.
Okay, would you mind sharing the link to the chat so that people can check it out if they would like to?
Sure. I'll just have to save what I was doing. So I can double check things anyway. Where the heck is that save button? There it is. You shit. Oh, dang it.
Now I'm considering whether or not. See, there's some good background stuff with Dazzlecat's character, and Celine would take the time to speak to Dazzlecat. So I'm wondering if that's something that should be done on air.
What was that?
Okay, I said Dazzlecat has done some great background character stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and feel free to share that in the chat as well, Daz, because I think that's really cool. And I'm wondering if that's something that should be done on air. Celine would talk to Daz when Madrimlian made her aware of some of the things in Daz's background.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
What do you think, Daz? Would you like to come
Yep.
on air for a moment? I will send you the link if so. I don't have a cool figurine for you, though.
Yet.
Daz made one.
Yeah.
Actually, Daz made a few, so it's kind of cool, but...
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
have a
I
mic?
should.
You have to use your phone? That probably
That's
works.
fine. I
Actually,
mean,
switch your phone.
It doesn't have to be right now, does it?
No, we
It
can do
seems
it
a
right
good
now.
opportunity.
Yeah,
We're
before
traveling
we get going
across
on our-
country,
Yeah.
and You know, I to be where I don't want to spend like the whole game session on it. I'm thinking like 10 minutes tops, right?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I thought this was a good chance.
Oh,
I
and
might
by the way,
even-
Daz's uniform is pristine.
Hmm.
Again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Did he steal Arian's uniform again?
Nope.
yes, okay.
No, she did not.
All right, Daz, I'm sending you the link in Discord here. It'll be a personal link for the moment. There you go. Was there a password on this, Ron? There was, right?
Um,
I don't
I
it
didn't
auto
have one.
does it. I will have to go look it up. Just a sec. On your phone? Are you on your phone?
Daz is on her phone, yes. I don't know if she even needs it. I was just double checking.
Well, if she turns out to need it, I will grab it. But
Here, I know what I'm going to do. She showed me her figurine here. Haha.
just in case, I'll send it to her though.
I could not only play in this game, I could have you write me a backstory. I got enough booty coins.
Oh God.
Well,
How long
that's
does that
true.
take?
Of course, you know you can do that anytime.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend coins on it. Of course, if you did, I'd be obligated to do it, and I wouldn't be able to put it off, would I?
Nope.
Oh God, yeah, I can do it too. I don't think I want to though.
Well,
I
come
have
out
a
here and let the
backstory.
cat in.
Can I resend the link? Yes, I can resend the link. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Okay. Well, no wonder that didn't work. Not sure what the deal was with that. Just a second.
I'll just post it to her. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In the meantime, I will do what I was doing, which is I'm going to put Daz's image up.
In the meantime, come let the cat in.
Come let the cat in, eh?
Yeah.
And you can't because why?
Because I don't have my leg on there. It's really a
My
pain
leg
in
on.
the
I'm too
ass.
lazy to put it on, so I'm going to interrupt Diane in the middle of the important thing that she's doing to get her to come and put the cat, or go get the cat. Okay. There's Daz. I'll go get the cat.
Good place for Daz, right with Midroomland. Daz, I think Rowan sent it to you, DM.
Yeah, I DM'd it to you, Daz.
Hey, pal.
You've been in all day. I'm wondering where the hell you were because you weren't outside the breakfast sunset.
Don't let the stars get in your eyes if you got water on the brain. Because a sparkle of life might set that water boiling and you'll percolate yourself to death.
All right.
We have an automaton in the chat.
Which channel? It's not a channel, hun. It's a Zoom link. Did you send it to her, Ron?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Best do it in chat because my phone is downloading. Apparently, we didn't have Zoom installed
Right.
on our phone.
Did not have Zoom installed on our phone.
All right. So, Celine, kind of, as they're heading through this meandering sort of forest of a surrealist nightmare, right? She.
Ruvel points out pretty patterns in the ice. Look, that looks like a unicorn.
So it does. Yeah, she'll
Sort of.
pull Dazzlecat aside, kind of, fly up with her, because they're kind of, going along like really slow. And she says, "So what do you think of the Marines?" Apparently it's installing, so maybe we'll actually get to talk to her, so that'd be okay. Maybe I'll wait to start this scene until that time. In the meantime, she's hanging out with Ruavel, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it does."
Well, he's just as they're traveling to everybody.
Yeah, it almost does, says Von Vin. Not quite, but close.
That one, if you squint your eyes right, sort of looks like fairy wings.
Yep.
Well, it's stark, but it's beautiful in its own way, she says.
Yep.
I don't know what the yes
It
means,
is,
Daz.
says Von Vin.
I think it was referring to the waiting till it's installed for the actual voice.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm wondering, do you guys want a random encounter, or would you guys just rather get there and get the fight on?
Rather get there.
Okay.
Well, what does the chat crew want?
I'm happy to do either. This is the kind of area where I'm like, let's gauge the mood of the players, see what people want to do. Getting there is the priority. No. Okay. Because I could create trouble if I wanted to, but... yeah.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Talking to my cat.
Oh.
Whoops, like, that's not what I wanted to do.
Quite upset about the fact that he can't go out.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
He is always put out when he can't
go out.
Yep.
He'll be put out for about 10 minutes, then he'll go lay down.
I have a cat that yells at me when it's raining, like I can do something about it.
Yeah. Well, they think, you made it all nice and, dry inside, so why can't you fix it outside?
Comes in, meow, 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 meow.
It's hilarious.
And she's the other way around. She starts barking at me when it's raining outside because she wants to go out.
Well,
you like a wet dog is a smelly dog.
It's like, no, you're not going outside.
Yeah, so Vonden will point some stuff out as they're traveling, That looks like it could be a potential ice worm lair. Let's avoid that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I can't imagine a better place for ice worms.
That could
Or
be a dragon lair over
that's what I
that
was.
cave over there, so let's give that a wide berth,
With my knowledge of dragons.
Well, thanks, Moon. I was actually feeling very awkward about the dead air. There we go. We have a Daz connecting to audio. We'll move some things around.
Yay.
Welcome, welcome. It says you are muted, but you are there. I think you have to click to accept the mic. There we go. Now we have volume.
There you are.
All right. Yeah, so she kind of, walks up beside Daz and says, "So what do you think of the Marines so far?"
Well, I got a fine uniform finally.
"It looks very good," she says. "I wasn't aware you needed a second uniform, I'm sorry," she says.
Well, I only had the one that was liberated before I came on board.
She nods. She says, "Yes, Lieutenant Madrimlian has been, I guess you guys had a conversation, and he informed me of some of the discussion." She says, "By the way, this is a private channel. Nobody else can hear this conversation right now. Just so you know," she says. "The Marines has a long tradition of not really caring what your background was before you got here," she says. "So
Well, that's good.
we're not going to
In fact, that's really, really, really good."
she says, "And I'm sorry for well," she says, "being frustrated enough to be concerned about spacing you. I didn't realize that you didn't understand Marine etiquette and that this was all very new to you," she says. "I thought you were being deliberately obtuse."
Well, my first day as a Marine was getting aboard your ship.
Okay, fair enough," she says. She says, "The discipline's important because when things are life and death, you have to have a clear chain of command and a clear expectation of what to be done. But," she says, "I can assure you people here will have your back, Dazzlecat," she says. "I will have your back."
Thank you. I think. I'm not sure how to take that. No one's ever had my back except for a wall.
She says, "Yasmin Crowley came from a similar background."
I understand him.
Yeah, you guys seem to get each other," she says. "Crowley had some trouble fitting into the structure at first, too," she says. "But he's one of my best Marines, and I rely on him implicitly," she says.
Cool. That will do just well for me. I think I can learn.
"I think you already are," she says. She says, "This is going to be dangerous, though, this fight. I'm not going to lie to you," she says. "Are you ready?"
Understood. I am ready. I have my heroic boat hook in me.
"It's pretty cool," she says. "Yeah, and I guess we've been training with it well enough. It should work out," she says. "Flyby," she says.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Use
Yeah.
it to take tight corners.
Perfect, she says. Yeah, the key will be to keep moving, create confusion, not give them anything to hit in a stable place, she says. So,
I know how to not stand still.
I bet you know it better than I do, she says. Yep, she claps her on the shoulder and, nods. And that's all that Celine wanted to say. So if there's anything that Daz would like to discuss with Celine, or shall I say Dazzle?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Good? Cool. All right, cool. That's great. Thanks for putting up with the download and whatnot and coming on air unexpectedly. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, I guess we'll get back to it now. So. All right, so we head forward. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's 12 hours pass. You can sort of see the edge of the horizon. It's a very strange experience because you can see the land just ends. It kind of looks like it falls off into the stars.
Right.
You're muted, dear, I think.
Yeah, right.
But it's still some distance away. Do you guys want to press on for an additional, And it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell how far away it is. It looks close, but...
How long have we been traveling?
12 hours.
12 hours.
And where's the sun currently?
There's kind of a faint glow around the edges of the place where the land ends. But it's very dark here on this side, so a little light can be seen a long way.
I think we should probably put up the hut and get in 8 hours of rest so that we're good and fresh for this. And all our casters can cast without hindrance.
Go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, we could get a hot meal. It'd be a good idea.
Yep.
All right, let's bivouac, she says. Let's find us a place to put up a shelter here.
There's a facing on that ice sheet over there. And put the door on it.
Perfect.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking, says Vonvin.
Perfect.
Take notes, Madriglian.
What?
This is where they set up the Black
Right.
Arrows base.
Yeah, something about this place gives Madrimlian a feeling like he might be back here again sometime in the future.
Yeah.
No, there's sort of like this natural little amphitheater, big ice sheet walls, almost kind of crater-esque.
Yep.
Could make a good hidey hole in the future.
Yeah.
Guys put the door up against this isn't like a spear of just ice, random ice. This is actually like an ice shelf. And you guys put your door up against the ice shelf. I see that, Daz also spotted this alcove, because it originally sort of looked like it might be a cave, but it's not, but it is sheltered and out of the wind, because it's low, right? And Aiden volunteers to cook. Crowley is usually in charge of the kitchen. Will Aiden Moonflower be permitted to cook for us this time?
Sure, why not? Let's see what kind of skills we got.
Right.
Yeah, and actually it is possible to cook because they put this door up, right? And you walk through the door, and it's like this warm little house.
The bunch of bunk beds and
Oh yeah.
some
It's gonna
chairs.
be really cozy
a
with
couch.
2 dozen of us in there, but
It is a little cozy, but certainly no more so than it is on ship. So you guys
True.
are quite used to working together in tight quarters.
Oh yeah.
Aiden, to be precise, is volunteering to help cook. Got it. Well, this is Crowley's kitchen, so Crowley can determine what the cooking duties will be, says Celine.
Okay, well, if we want something other than the stew that's on the stove right now, someone will have to prepare some vegetables and start getting some meat prepared for skewers. It'll be in that cupboard there.
No problemo, says Rugal. He'll go grab some meat and start cutting it.
Yes, the captain packs down her bug suit by willing it back into its bag and
Yep.
takes off her hat and undoes her coat. I think cooking is a wisdom skill, is it not?
Cooking is a craft. It's an intelligence skill.
It's an intelligence skill. Okay.
Unless you have profession chef.
I think
That
perhaps
would be
I'll
the
shut off.
ability to put on a meal, not the ability to cook it.
I think perhaps I'll shut off the screaming wind for the moment because we're not hearing it. We're in a nice, cozy little place.
yeah.
I should put up the other player and get some crackling fire going, shouldn't I? Yes.
Yeah, Ruvel recommends to the chat crew that are here that they take their armor off and have the opportunity to stretch out and stuff.
Arden, that's the
Yep.
first thing Arden does every time he gets a chance. He doesn't like wearing armor. Preferred fighting style is not to be wearing armor at all, but circumstances doesn't help him that much.
All right, so Aiden's roll to assist with the cooking is 16. Nice.
Nice.
Considering that's completely untrained, that's pretty awesome.
And Ruvel's ability to assist with the cooking is, I rolled a 19 on the die.
Nice. So he actually knows what the hell he's doing. Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Germany will help.
Yeah, Daz is like, yay, it's not burned. Yeah, exactly.
I rolled a 13 on the
Bondman's
die,
just
so
staying out of the way and desuited and packed herself into a bunk so that she's not underfoot. Take a
So I
book
got-
out of her bag, out of her bug suit bag, and
Arden's probably doing the same thing, except it's a notebook and he's writing things.
actually that's what Majermily is doing. He's he has gone to sit down and look out the window at the area and he's sketching.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Daz,
watch.
relax. Come sit down. No need to guard here.
For the record, hazelnut chocolate and black cherry cider go really good together.
We're on downtime right now. No
Yeah.
need to be working.
I am
wanna-
looking for a sound set that has like a crackling fireplace, but I'm having trouble finding it.
Cozy Tavern.
Cozy Cavern?
Cavern? Or
Tavern.
Friendly Tavern?
Friendly Cavern? Or Tavern?
Tavern.
There
Tavern.
it is.
Yeah. It has a fireplace in it.
There it does. Yeah, all right.
The only thing about this program is that it's got a sound effect for pretty much everything you could possibly need. You just got to know where to find it.
Yep. I'm going to try some of these other noises to represent the... There we go. Some chatter in the background.
Daz, his name is Lylas. Lylas.
Also, Lieutenant Germlin's used as a Marine. You could just call me LT too.
Yep. He is after all the LT. Yep. Yay, Sparkle made it home. Yeah, Celine just obviously relaxes. You know, takes off her boots.
Yep.
Kind of makes a point of looking comfortable in the sitting room by the fire, where she's like rubbing her hands.
Yeah, Germlin breaks out the banana brandy. Pours a
Now you're
snort for
talking,
everyone.
LT, says Celine with a grin.
Except we're on downtime. Hands one to Daz, one to Moon, one to Aiden. It just passes them out.
Nothing like a little something after a hard day's flying, says Vonvin.
Especially in that cold. Bug suit or not. Sheesh.
It didn't actually affect you guys per se.
Yeah.
It's totally psychological, right?
Yep.
But it's psychological. It was fucking just, you knew it's just deadly cold out there.
See it on your armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the frost forming on your armor. Yeah, exactly.
That's why we rolled it off, not take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch that shit. You'll freeze your fingers.
Yep.
Dazzlecat says, this reminds me of some of the slow times at the Stinkin' Eric's, when the last brawling fool got tossed. Celine grins and says, well, nobody's getting tossed, I hope. She says, don't make me do disciplinary action. Don't get into fights, guys. What the hell was Sparkle's actual character's name again?
Some sort of gnome, I think, wasn't he?
Yes, he's a gnome.
Something or other sparkly beard. And he was not a bug suit person. He was a gunner.
Group's assistant gunner.
Yeah.
So he's not here with us.
That's true.
The only two bug suit
Clearly isn't
wearers
much of a fan.
were Esong and
There's the
Daz,
LT.
I believe.
Esong and Aiden, Daz, and Esong, Elaine Songbird were bug suit.
Yeah.
Right. Which is unfortunate because it would be fun, but yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically, yes, only the bug suit people were.
Yeah.
Actually, if there's anybody who didn't have a bug suit who has any kind of mage abilities, they might have to stay by for emergency pilot purposes because Alessander has a bug suit, I believe, right?
Yes, he
Yep.
does.
I wasn't too sure if he got one because he was a relatively new addition to the crew.
He got one of the
He went and
Yeah.
bought one.
Oh right, yeah, he went and bought one.
I think before he became part of the crew because he was interested in how they worked or something.
No, just
No,
after
when he became-
Vonvin told him he should get one.
You know, maybe I shouldn't have him here after all, though, because he would have been making rolls and saying things about the terrain, right? If he were
Yeah.
here.
That's true. He's probably backing up the Aryan.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
He is
being the
not the
emergency
Aryan. He
pilot.
is just airy.
yeah.
Yes.
So she changed what she was saying mid sentence. So yeah,
And as well as making sure the ship and masts are okay because they're living entities as well.
Yeah, he's got to take care of Gus.
yeah. So you guys kind of settle in for the evening. Is anybody doing anything in particular?
Uh, no, though Arden is probably just had enough of always having to wear armor and is starting to do research to have the same effect without needing the armor part.
The invisible bug suit. Okay.
Well, the idea is basically just to take the spin dizzy part, the miniature spin dizzy part, and just have that for the most part. So that way he can use his spells that require him not to wear armor, like mage armor.
Right.
Right, because that's like for me. I cast that. I can like now because I'm level 8. It's like when I wake up, I cast mage armor, and it's on all freaking day because it lasts 8 hours.
Bonbin is writing a letter to Xerxes. That's what she's up to.
That's cool.
Now, Madrimlin is looking out the window, making sketches, and chatting with Daz. Seeing
Ruvel's
she's got.
helping with dinner.
Yeah. Oh, Captain.
Sees
Yes.
everyone has dinner well in hand.
Sorry, what was that, Crowley? Can you repeat?
He says he sees that everyone has dinner well in hand, so he's gonna step over Arden's way and say, I'm thinking, if you're looking for a way to have a bug suit without the suit, maybe you could have it work more like, I don't know, a frame that you climb into, but your arms are still exposed. You're strapped in at the waist. It still gives you the ability of the flight, spin dizzy, and still gives you the freedom of using your hands without armor. It's an apparatus. It's not really armor anymore because you have your mage armor, right? Just a thought. Maybe they could tweak it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. And he'll start looking into basically coming up with a. He's starting to take the suit design. He has like he draws out like a suit design, and then he draws it without like all the armor missing, and it's like just a framework.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna come to any kind of fruition, right?
We'll see.
Yeah. But why not? Worth a try. So Moon shared their stream about what they're posting stuff about for their character, which is great. Guys, if you posted links in the chat, even if I asked you to do so, please send them to me in the Discord channel afterwards so that I can put them in the show notes for the YouTube upload, right? Because people might want to check that stuff out. Aiden is journaling and attempting to make small talk after she finishes cooking. Yeah, Celine's friendly. She'll chat with people. She's actually really approachable for a captain.
So Madrimlin actually does approach her. Captain, have you thought about my request?
Which one was that?
Looks over at Daz as an aide-de-camp.
Makes sense, she says. What do you think? She says to Dazzlecat. Is that something you'd like to do? And in the meantime, Daz says, LT Mad, mind if I have a couple of them explosives for backup purposes? Because when things get going, might not be time to distribute things.
Don't worry about that, Daz. I planned on handing him out before we got out there.
Yeah, and then Dazzle Cat said yes, that is something she would like to do. Okay, she says we do all need aid to camps. I need one too. I should probably think about it. She says, brilliant. All right, that works for me. And then that way you guys can work together towards your idea about something specifically designed for dealing with intelligence and black ops.
Right.
Oh, does Aiden have any secretary duties? Well, I was actually wondering, I forget who I was talking to, but it was either Aiden or Elaine about doing aid work for Celine. Because they, I mean, although that's traditionally a lieutenant's job, right? Or possibly an ensign's.
Hmm.
So,
So you field promote them.
that's true. There's probably Aiden. Yeah, okay. In that case, yes, there are secretary duties. Right now, it's kind of, let's see, what would need to be done at the moment. Everyone can get started on their reports. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We don't currently need to order
The
anything.
mission report.
Yeah, part of the aid's duties is also to see to things like your officers' uniforms, right? See to their meals if they're not eating in the communal area, right? Clean their mess up, you know? Kind of a pain in the ass job to some degree. Yeah, and an aide often has a junior aide, that's true.
Yep. So now Madruman will start his report. I mean, I can't finish it until we're completely done. So
Aiden would take care of dishes after everyone finishes eating then. That's great. Celine nods and smiles at them. Thank you, she says.
put them in the
Chat crew channel.
yep.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, so people settle in for the night. Does anybody have anything in that they want to do specifically in regards to downtime or something important to do? Celine thinks it might be a good idea to distribute charges now because odds are when we go over the edge tomorrow that we might end up just jumping into the fray, right? And there might
Yeah.
not be time to redistribute.
Yeah, Madruman was thinking the same thing. Or distribute them first thing in the morning before we leave.
Yeah, that will work too. We could do it in the morning after we've slept. Well, morning. She looks at her watch. She says, more like we'll be heading out at the beginning of the second dog watch, she says. Click. Puts her.
Perfect.
Avalana.
Yeah, time to eat, and then we go, she says.
And then the sun will be setting behind them.
Exactly, she says. No, I think that's an excellent idea, and I think you're right. I think we're likely to be mistaken for
It was
glints off the ice.
Madrulian's idea.
It's a good idea, she says to Madrimlian.
He'll take it.
I'm sure Celine's noted that they both said it was the other guy's idea.
Yep. She's not stupid. Yeah, and then I think that at that point, Celine says, does anybody play an instrument or tell stories? Perhaps we could do a little round before we all retire for the evening. Although, if you wish to retire, feel free. You're dismissed to do that if you want to, she says.
I don't tell stories, says or play an instrument, says Von Ben, but I do sing.
You
I'd
don't
love to
want me
hear
to
it.
sing. You don't want me to sing.
No, we don't
No.
want Madrillian to sing, actually, she says. He can play a lute, but he can't sing, she says.
Yeah.
Great, you can play, and I will sing.
There we go.
Anybody have a lute? I don't have one with me.
No, I have no loot, but I could tell you guys a little bit of where I'm from. You guys want to hear a little story?
Of course. We'd love to hear a story.
Well,
That's a good idea. Or Dazzlecat, that's a good idea, says Celine. She gets out her armor and also starts polishing it to be like sparkly ice.
Yep.
well, I spent many years in captivity, but I still remember what home looked like. I never saw it from a distance from the atmosphere, so that I couldn't tell you. But the ocean sparkles like what you guys would call sapphire. Just an incandescent glowing blue. Um, the land is lush with plant life and game. It's amazing. Um, now the Phoenician people are quite superstitious. They choose a life of knowledge for most of them. They want to know all and see all and just have all this knowledge but do nothing with it. Because of one Phoenix many years ago, he got a hold of a very powerful book, and it almost was the end of my people. And since then, they've been very superstitious about who has knowledge and family lineage, even down to my fur color. Because he was of the same color, and we were the only two that have ever been born of one solid color, being black being the color. They believed that I was somehow a reincarnation of this evil soul, and therefore I was exiled. My mother was given choice. Either I was sent away into exile to never return, or they would come collect me and exile.
That's a very sad story, Crowley. I'm sorry for you, she says.
I hope you know you got a family here, man.
Yeah, she says.
Well, thank you. I've looked at many a star chart, and I don't see mention or anything of any names I recognize from whence I came. So I don't know really how to get home.
You want to go if you could?
I don't know. I would need a way to prove to them that I am not who they think I was destined.
Let's hope we get a chance to do that someday.
Well, you know,
there are many people that could change their mind. I don't believe I am one.
It's possible, says Von Ben, that our brother Estevan, who serves a death goddess, would have the ability to make some vouching that you are indeed not the soul reincarnated.
Hmm.
You'd have to ask him about it. But, it doesn't seem impossible that he might know such a thing, or be able to find out such information.
Interesting theory.
Good thinking, she says.
Well, that's Crowley's life in a nutshell.
Oh, you forgot about the part where I found you.
Well, yes, everyone knows how you rest.
Well, I don't think the new recruits really know that.
No, they probably haven't heard the story, she says.
Well, I was being kept as a pet sideshow, whatever you want to call it. I was kept in a cage until it was time for me to have a speaking role or do something cute or amusing.
Hmm.
Rather degrading, but Yasma found me in one of the sideshows, and I guess, I don't know, if she offered enough money or just stole me. I don't think there's that side, but
I bought you, but I may have cheated him a little.
well, for
Hmm.
me, that's what I like.
Did you buy him with his own gold?
Maybe.
That's poetic. I enjoy that, she says. Dazzlecat says, yes, that is the best way. She also said to Crowley, welcome to the home. It's how we used to greet newly arrived orphans at the orphanage where I grew up. So,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
yeah, I think that if you're going to, I think it's a good idea to buy a slave from a slaver with the slaver's own money. If not his blood, she says. Well, we're glad you're here, Crowley. And I'm really glad that I met both of you, she says. And she gives Yasma a hug.
Aw.
And then she pats Crowley's ears, like he likes.
Leans into it.
Grins and purrs. I know Crowley snaps to it, says, you know what? I think everybody should get to sleep. Find a nook, find a cranny, whatever. There are 2 rooms, 6 bunk beds in altogether. Yeah, 3 bunk beds per room, 12 beds. Figure it out. I'm sleeping over here, and he goes and curls up by the fire.
Imagine one just stretches out the cherries in.
A second round of stew makes its appearance for those who are hungry.
Oh, thank you.
Always eat when you can, says Von Ben, because you never know when you might not be able to next.
Yep. Leave it on
Like
the back
always
of the
carry
stove.
spare socks.
Yeah. Take care of your feet.
It's because you're only issued one pair.
Speaking of which, Madrumman takes the socks off, goes, washes them out, and sets them by the fire.
Yep. The captain already did that while things were going on. Took off her boots
Incidentally,
right away.
You are only issued one pair of feet, is a joke that is a thing that came from my grandfather who went to Vietnam.
Yep.
Trench foot is a thing.
Yeah, we must keep ourselves full of energy for the coming battle, says Aiden. Good thinking, says Celine. An army does march on its stomach. It certainly can't hurt to have seconds if they're available. She says, we've worked hard and it's cold out there. Dazzlecat unpacks the folded up canvas she's been using to turn the heroic boat hook into an ice sail.
Yeah, by the way, in the military, getting trench foot is grounds for getting yourself shot. Just so you guys are aware. It's a court-martialing offense, and in war, that means that your commanding officer just shoots you.
Yep. Daz is backing you up there, having been in the Air Force. She also knows.
Yeah.
Yep. Aiden is a bit of a neat freak. Neat
So is
freak is good.
Madrimland.
Yep.
You actually watch see Madrimland go into the Jakes and clean up. He shaves. He
Elves don't grow hair.
He doesn't shave. He doesn't need to.
no.
Elves grow hair.
But
only
you
on
know,
their
he
heads.
probably grooms his hair and
Yep.
washes, brushes his teeth, and yep.
Yeah, Ruvel does too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Then he makes room in a bunk for Slane to join him.
Yep, she snuggles in. She
Yeah,
whispers in his ear, I was going to wait till people were asleep and then see if we could sneak off somewhere.
Not tonight.
Okay, she says. Gives him a kiss.
I'm stressed, he says. Yeah, kisses her back.
Dazzlecat says, my, what a fuzzy elf. You got some cat blood, maybe, Lieutenant Mad? That's gonna stick now. Madman Madrimlian.
Yeah.
Madman Madrimlian, that's what they call
Yep.
him.
Yep. Now we know where it came from.
Yep. Aiden is probably on a bottom bunk, curled up like a kitty. Yep, I believe it.
Yeah, Madrimland will go to bed after everybody else has, and he'll curl up with Mariam if she'll let him in.
Miriam's back on the ship. She has to maintain
The helm.
the helm in case of emergency.
Right.
Everyone awakes refresh. You were not attacked in your extra dimensional space overnight.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see, who's the first person up? Probably Madrimlian. No, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Who else said they were probably the first up?
Crowley.
Crowley. Could be. Crowley did go to bed earlier than anybody.
Yeah.
I'll say that Crowley and Madrimlian wake up at about the same time because they're sufficient militarily disciplined that they'll wake up. Celine won't be long behind you, but she is sleeping in just a little bit because Arian is not here to wake everybody the fuck up at stupid o'clock.
Yep.
Crowley's gonna go and peer through the keyhole and see what the weather outside is like.
Shitty.
Everything is a
Continued
glow.
Shitty on in the evening. Tonight, a continued chance of crappy with a misty weather front coming in from the north. Basically,
Basically,
it's colder than
It's colder than something that I don't want to say on air.
an
even on a
unswat
voice
on a
note.
Friday morning.
Yeah. So who
All right.
tripped over Daz? Probably Madrimlian. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Trip over does. Time to get up, Marine.
Yeah, Aiden wakes up after the first people Daz gets up and packs the canvas. Aiden says, and attempts to get cooking for everyone. She would attempt to obtain permission before bed. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. If she wants to cook in the morning, that would be most appreciated. It is part of her job to provide meals for Celine, so that's great. Might as well cook for everybody if she's up to it. But she probably has some help. Brilliant.
Yep. No,
Sorry, what was that there, Blake?
Charlie says, "Yep, this is there, that is there. Hey, you over there, help her there. If they're in the kitchen, he's right in like a dirty shirt."
Yep. Magellan's getting the coffee going, then he goes to clean up again.
The appropriate thing you were looking for, Aaron and Zabel, was probably cold enough to fix the balls off a brass monkey, which was a cannonball holder.
We
And
know.
when they got cold, the brass would
The fuck is that?
I don't know, something with
Ton of Blake.
no, it's with
Sorry
you.
about start the car, and before the phone thing kicked in, music was playing.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, still above average. All right, yeah, so breakfast is good.
And there's fresh coffee, fresh ground coffee.
Coffee, says Celine.
Yep,
I
Magellan
thought it
hands
was
her a cup.
craft.
Thank
Okay.
you. Well, good morning, everyone. Are we ready to go and spill the blood of Fomorians today? She says. Back in a minute, said Aaron?
Avalana.
Just a moment.
Okay.
Avalana.
Glad to hear it, she says.
Deck the halls with entrails and eyeballs.
I don't know if I was going to go that far, says Celine, but
La 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 la.
Well, the thing is, it's not the halls, it's the holds.
Bonvin says to Celine, "Here on Permafrost, you might as well, because it's not like there's anything that's going to eat them. They'll freeze before they're, decomposed. So you might as well use them for decorations."
suppose that's true. Kind of like if bodies left in space, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep,
Daz wants to
pretty
know
much.
how many
Same
explosives
idea.
she got.
Well, there were 54 explosives. We have 2 people with bug suits not here. 3 people with bug suits not here.
Right.
So 5 with bug suits not here in all technicality because we don't have Xerxes or Lurica either.
Right.
So
Do
there's-
remember that you need an alchemical skill to post those. So you cannot apply them without rolling your alchemy skill to make sure you do not blow yours up.
Right. Which if people have them that don't have alchemy, they have to roll a raw intelligence check.
Yeah, and if it blows up and you're in it, it sucks.
Yep.
You have returned.
Question.
Are the cats in
Could
yet,
it-
by the way, dear?
No,
Okay.
they won't come in for me.
Okay.
Could it be considered a magical device?
It's an alchemical device. It's a little different. I
Yeah.
imagine I might let you roll use magical device as a rogue skill to activate it if you don't have alchemy, however.
Yeah, because I don't have alchemy, I don't think.
Neither do I.
No alchemy. But I
Okay,
do have used magical device.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I don't think I really have anything.
Then we could have you as lookout.
Okay.
Yeah, and if somebody tries to stop us from setting a charge, you beat the person up that's trying to do that.
Okay.
There we go. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, guys, because I have to call in the cats. Right?
Okay.
And then we will. So basically, kind of think about what you're going to be doing combat mode. Right? Get your, like, you've got time, so you can get your spells in order. If you've got spells, you can have equipment handy. Right? If anybody's doing anything in particular, let me know. Right? And give me an idea of, what your plan is and where you're at. That's something you can be thinking about while I am taking a quick break, and we will be right back, gang.
And if you have used magic device for alchemy, post it in chat so I know who's who. Even with our own crew, so I know what's going on. Because I'm not. Well, yeah, Celine has it, so I know that's good.
Yep. Celine
Hey,
does.
Aaron,
Yeah.
are you going to be on for a minute?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
When we had that sword made for me, the mini bastard sword, we didn't figure out a damage on it.
Oh, it's a
Yes,
D8.
Bastard. Okay.
It's a mini bastard. It's inside
It's a small
down
bastard
to,
sword, yeah. D8.
Really? I thought it would be a D6.
Nope.
Is a bastard sword a D10 in normal size then?
Yep.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then.
Okay, perfect.
Alright. Let me look at my spells. Let's replace arcane or major armor for now. There's no point in having that much.
Does Aiden have alchemy or use magic device?
Magic. Oh, I'm not Aiden.
Not Aiden. I meant Arden.
Pardon.
Yes, I have used magic device.
Okay, good. You get explosives. I'm trying to figure out how many have used magic device, so I know how many explosives each person gets.
I could prepare Vanish. A short invisibility for 5 rounds. Reduce person. I didn't realize that was a level 1 spell. Add that dexterity bonus, but then I lose my strength. I'll just put my strength at 10.
Does Rovell have it?
Nope.
You have neither of them?
Nope. Rovell's not magical, he's a fighter.
Okay. Just checking.
No, it was Xerxes who was the spellcaster.
And he walked up to the door and turned around.
Yep.
Turned around, you were leaving, were ya?
Yeah.
Could prepare expeditious retreat, give him extra. No, that's just land speed though. It won't affect the bug suit, so never mind.
Nope.
Do reduce person. Or decrease my size category.
He's around somewhere.
Do any of the other NPCs have use magic device or alchemy there, Aaron? Have bug suits from the like does
Probably
Aiden's brother?
not.
Nope. Okay.
I could do magic missile.
The other NPC chat crew to have used magic device or craft alchemy.
No, I'm not. Yeah, but they're not here. I've got Elaine, because I know she helped me make them.
Yeah.
I'm at
Blackhand
4
isn't here.
missiles. 2.
Yep, I got you, Daz. We'll leave 6 of us.
I got 5 missiles, it looks like. No. 4.
4 missiles.
4 missiles.
5 next level.
Yeah. Or do I just add like one of my other touch spells, like corrosive touch? Corrosive touch. Or tilt touch. Ha! It's called tilt judgment. That's a necromancy spell. Ha! It does negative damage. Oh, it also does strength damage too. I got frostbite. Oh, that's an unlethal spell.
No, Daz, you can't. I'm not sure if they can hear me or not, so.
I don't know either.
How likely are they to be wearing middle armor?
Orcs? Very.
Okay, shocking grasp it is, because they get a +3 to attack rolls if they're wearing metal armor. And just prepare a second of shocking grasp. I was trying to figure out what spell to prepare instead of mage armor.
Explosives. As well as myself, yeah.
You're muted in stream there, Babe.
Sorry. Okay. All right.
She was just clarifying what was going on in the chat there, Daz.
Yes. 10 explosives is a lot. You know, I don't know that we're going to get the chance to set that many. Well, I mean, that depends on the plan. Right now, is the plan to, like, barrel in there as fast as you can and create as much chaos as possible, or are we attempting to stealth?
We're coming up underneath them, so it should be able to stealth.
Yeah, I think if that was the plan, was to stealth, to set up
Yeah.
as many on.
Set as many explosives as we can until we're noticed, and then as many as we can until they start
Until we-
firing at us or whatever.
Yeah.
And then create havoc and fuck off.
Right. Okay. I don't think we're actually going to get into the battle tonight, it looks like.
No.
Being as it's 8:30, but we'll set everything up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys pack up and make ready to head out. How high up are they? Okay, here's the visual here, Daz. This is a flat world, right? It's flat. It's like, it's not perfectly flat, but it's basically a two-dimensional surface.
It's a disc world.
You guys were here where there was pokey ice things, because this is the cold side, the side that generally faces away from the sun. You guys went here. You're going to climb up over this and around, and then sort of the landing harbor is here. It's fairly flat, otherwise they would not be able to land on it. Is it possible to blow up an ice spire onto them? Probably not. It would have to punch through the surface of the disc. And while the disc is thin, it's not like, you know...
Thin on a planetary scale.
Yeah, thin on a
Oh,
planetary
thanks.
scale.
Yeah.
You know, which means it's about a mile thick.
Yeah. Furthermore, you guys don't really know how many ships or people are up there yet.
Right.
Right.
Because if you wanted to have a look at them, you would have had to come around, and there would have been a possibility they would have seen you. You guys approached the dark side of the planet, so they didn't.
So we have no idea how many are up there.
You're
Right.
basically going to have to go over the edge, look, make a split-second assessment, and react from there. You know, true Black Ops shit.
Yep.
I'm just wondering if I should prepare like a bull strength or.
I can do that, Captain.
You're not going alone there, Crowley. I'll go with you. That's our area of expertise.
To not be seen. So yeah, that's where we're in intel. What we need right now, then.
Okay, Arden was saying?
Oh, I was just wondering if I should prepare bull strength or bear's constitution or bear's endurance.
I don't know.
I generally find bull strength to be more useful than bear's endurance.
Except I don't use strength for anything really. I use dex.
Damage.
I got feats to make it, so I use dex for
Yeah.
damage.
Then I would put it on Constitution myself. Because you don't use strength for anything.
Yeah.
A kitty.
And yes, I'm sure some people do have Arcane Eye.
Of that particular spell. But yeah.
We could indeed use that to spy. Of course, we risk, you know, being noticed by their spellcasters.
Yep.
I think
I do
actually
have-
Celine might have that.
Oh, good kitty.
I have a stealth of 20.
Yeah, your stealth is better than mine, but my perception is higher than yours.
My stealth is pretty ridiculous too because of the circlet I wear. My headband of vast intelligence is buffing my stealth.
See, that's the problem actually there, Daz, of this particular setting. If you want a ship to move, somebody generally has magic. Generally, not always.
Yeah, and Madrimlin isn't even using his psionics right now.
Oh, because those little blue fuckers will figure
Right.
that one out.
Yep.
In fact, before we head out, Madrima hands out the tinfoil hats.
Huh, that's not a bad idea. Celine kind of crushes it into her bug suit helmet.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that. It doesn't take a headband slot. It's fine.
Nope. Put it on, Daz. We don't want their scions to start hitting us. That'd be bad.
We do have the advantage of the fact that there's no way they could possibly be expecting this.
Yeah.
Right. Hello, dragon.
Hey, Dragon Magpie, good to see you. We're getting prepared to do an assault on a grounded fleet. At least we hope they're grounded.
Here's the real question: is now do I cast my buff spells right as we start heading out, or do I wait before a bit?
I would definitely wait it for a bit, because we've still got at least a couple hours before we get to the edge. Then we have to go over the edge, right? Which might just be walk around and there's a new gravity, by the way. Might just be that. We don't know for sure, right? Or it might be climbing the fucking wall in Game of Thrones, you know. Could be either. We don't know yet.
Good thing I got skill. Well, not much skill.
Good thing we got bug suits and fly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Right? And we gotta peek over the edge, see what's going on, and then make our decisions and make our attack.
Yep.
Okay, so after we peek over the edge, I should cast my spells. Got it.
Yeah.
They last for 8 minutes, all these buff spells.
Daz, only if we do it in the wrong way. Which is why Crowley and Madrimlin are going up first.
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what your intention is to not be seen.
Well, we've got the setting sun
Yep.
at their backs, right? So if we just stick our heads up just enough to see over the edge, it'll look like the sun's just glinting off more ice.
There's no bushes here. This is a frozen wasteland.
Wasteland. And, you know, being as small as I am,
Didn't we get invisibility potions prepared?
I seem to remember something about that.
We did.
Yeah.
That was for when we actually went fully in, but we still got to get our
But yeah,
intelligence.
the idea of using the sun reflecting off of you as like possibly more snow and ice is viable.
Yeah, that's a feasibility too. There, Dazzlecat. Dazzlecat says, "Wait, what if we cover my canvas with ice shaving and use it like camouflage? My bug suit is extra shiny." Yeah, either one would be effective. It'll give you a bonus to not be noticed. That's for sure.
that's brilliant, Dad. Says Crowley.
Good thinking.
Yeah, very clever, says Celine. Now I find myself wishing I brought some canvas. Oh well. Let's saddle up, people, she says.
Right. All right,
Yeah.
Crowley.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but gravity on this side of the sheet is pulling us this way, and gravity on the other side of the sheet is going to pull us towards it on the other side. That means somewhere in the middle is where the gravity shifts.
Yep.
We could quite literally dive head first off of this edge, and if it's somewhere around the middle, have enough entropy to make it just
Inertia is the word you're looking for.
Okay, inertia to make it to the other, just barely before the other edge.
What if you just end up pulling right off?
Well, we have suits.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I like that idea, Crowley. And if we don't make it up high enough to look, we have our suits so we can propel ourselves up and we can let them know what the case is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let them know about how long of a fall it is before the gravity well changes, because we'll feel it.
Oh, yeah.
And we have to be prepared for that, because that may knock us out, so we got to be careful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my thing. Right? You guys are going to be falling at terminal velocity.
But we're in the bug suits, we can slow our fall, but still.
When you hit the gravity well and start going up, you're going to be pulling like -9 Gs.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a good idea. I'd rather just go through and with the power of the suit rather than using the planet's gravity.
I don't know. The idea of being a meat missile is kind of fun.
Meat missile. This is the thing. This is Sable's world. This means that physics work.
Yep. That's true.
You'll probably red out.
Well, I thought the syntheses help us with stuff like that, keyboards and all that.
Yes,
as
but
long
if
as
the
it's
spin
out
dizzy's
of the
active,
gravity.
then it's not really going to matter about falling.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't fall when the spin dizzy's active.
We could, but
Right,
then
well.
that kind of means shutting it. Yeah, that kind of means powering it down, which means that you're also subject to G forces. Yes,
And
Right.
freezing. Because the
Yeah.
etheric membrane's gone.
to some degree,
No,
the
it still
interior
stays.
sealed system of your bug suit will protect you for
Yeah.
a little while, right? I mean, it's still a spacesuit, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it wouldn't be immediate freezing, but yeah, you'd feel the G forces, right? And we still don't take G forces very well. Part of the technology that creates the spin dizzies that the spin dizzies use also serve as an inertial barrier, right? It's a force field, basically.
Yeah, okay. So, since reaching terminal velocity takes 24 seconds, if we engage our
Spin dizzies.
spin dizzy seconds, that will give us plenty of time and still have inertia.
The point is, you're kind of overthinking it.
Yeah,
Right?
let's just fly it.
It's really not necessary. Your spin dizzy can already travel
He just
at well
wants to be a
above
meat
Mach
missile.
speed, and well above
Oh,
Mach
yeah.
speed, right? When you're in gravity wells, and it travels at light speeds or faster when you're out of them, right? So, I don't see the advantage in working to get terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Other than there's a chance it might be faster.
No.
No,
No.
it won't.
No, they break atmosphere, which means they do at least Mach 5. Right?
I mean, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I think you can just do it as part of the
Yeah.
suit. If you're trying
Yeah,
to
I
like
think you can
swoop
just
in
do
as
it.
fast as possible, just do it, right? The technology's already there for the way the spin dizzy works.
We'll just
And
pop
you can
up,
look
pop
cool
down.
too. Just go in head first. At like Mach 5.
Ready?
Yep, ready?
All right.
Okay, so you guys head out onto the surface of the planet for, well, it's not really a planet, kind of a block of ice in
Planetoid.
space. Yeah, the planetoid, right? To make your way around the final part of the bend. You can see it's very yeah, right, you wanted the setting sun, Right, yeah. So it's very bright out here right now. Everything looks like it's just, it's gleaming, brilliant ice.
So do our bug suits.
Right.
Yep. And it's a good thing there are polarized lenses, because otherwise you want to talk about snow blindness?
Oh,
Yeah, the evil planet Ice Puck. It's pretty accurate, Daz. It's pretty much it. Yeah, and as Daz
Evil
points out,
planet.
terminal velocity in a light G world is different than Earth. Yeah, it's true. Terminal
Yeah.
velocity is much less terminal.
That is true.
Yeah.
the extra large sonic ice pack.
Yeah. And what the hell are you doing, may I ask, Missy?
Quick question. Von Ben was preparing Anticipate Perils, which will give 2 people a bonus of +5 to their initiative roll when we get to the land where we start slapping down buffs. It will last for 8 minutes.
Okay. Who are you giving it to?
I'm asking who am I giving it to, like,
Who has the
before she- when
shittiest
she
initiative
says-
roll seems to be the logical decision with that, doesn't it?
And
Not
I
me.
have.
Probably our chat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say not me because I add my int bonus to my initiative rolls.
Yeah,
So I
mine's
got a
not that
plus
great.
12.
Mine's great.
Mine's decent.
Mine's
I
pretty
think
good.
because chat's level 1 characters, right?
That's
That they're
true.
going to have the worst initiative.
Depends on the decks, really. Most people don't get increase their initiative unless they
Initiative as they
increase
go
their.
up in level,
Yeah, it's
right?
about what I got too, is +2. Unless there was some bonus I didn't know I got.
Nope.
Okay.
No, like I'm an exception because my class allows me to add my intelligence bonus to it. But other than that, it's also I have an incredibly high dex as well.
Apparently there's a
dex.
mouse in my room. There must be, because
Missy's hunting it.
Missy's hunting it.
Yeah, you got a good. You're 18 or something.
You guys okay there, Blake? I kind of hear you talking in the background, but it doesn't seem like you're talking to us.
Sorry, forgot to mute.
Okay.
Was just checking Don's initiative. It's 4 when she's in her humanoid form.
Got nothing to do with what's
Was
going on.
it? Oh, okay. I thought.
No, I have improved initiative at 4 points initiative.
Oh, so she's at 8. +8.
No, 4 plus 4.
8.
4 plus 4 is what?
8.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you stuck, Missy?
And so all I need to know is when the main party goes over, who has slapping some initiative increases on.
I mean, my initiative's gonna be 14 because I'm gonna buff myself as well with an extra +4 dex.
No
Have a
problem,
good night,
Dragon
Dragon
Magpie.
Magpie.
We're not going to get into this fight until next time anyway. This is like, we're basically doing prep and then we're going to call it for the evening because it's way too close to 9 o'clock. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot
Good
to
night,
prep
Dragon.
tonight. See you next week. Dazzlecat offers to share the iced up canvas with Moon. Do we get a bonus to hide and stealth? Yes. I'll give anybody in a shined up bug suit a +2, and I'll give the ice canvas an additional +2. Okay. So, you guys trek towards the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And you reach the edge of the world.
Look over at Crowley.
It literally is the edge of the world. You guys come up to this edge. You can tell it's a cliff, right? You get to the edge of it. You look over, and there's nothing down there but fucking abyss. There's stars and black, and that's it. The cliff face goes down as far as you can see down.
You'll be able to see the other side. It's only a mile.
But yeah, we can't see around it.
No.
Yep.
I mean,
Alright,
come
Crowley, you
on,
ready?
this is awesome description, guys. Isn't this
It
cool?
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking for a
Yeah.
scene here.
Stellar.
Find me.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Are we ready for this?
I am.
Y'all
You
ready
ready?
for this?
All
Right.
right.
Crowley and Madrimlian jump over using the bug suits to fly up.
Yeah, but to go over the edge, Crowley's
just-
gonna do a triple flip in the air over the edge, just for the fun of it. Aaron, could you roll an acrobatics roll for me?
Sure. I rolled a natural 20.
Rerolls, anybody? I don't see why you would want to re-roll. This is utterly insignificant as far as, it's just something cool. But you do have the option.
I shared a.
That
I
is
shared a
something we
music.
do.
I shared a music link for for that scene.
Cool.
Um,
I can't play anything on YouTube while I'm streaming.
I know.
Okay.
Sadly, I don't. I think Miracle of Sound is royalty free, but it might not be. So
Regardless, it wouldn't work.
Yep.
If I try to play anything on YouTube, the whole stream works.
That's okay. Madrimlian was just gonna pull a swan dive.
All right, so he made a natural 20. So what is the effect of this that we see from Crowley?
Does a leap
Oh,
up there
he
and a
does, like-
triple spin in the pike position.
Let's hear it from Blake.
Yeah, sorry, Blake.
He does a triple backflip, twisting in the air, down into a straight bullet position to go down, and then kicks in his flying ability on his suit and flies next to Madrimlian until we reach the checkpoint.
Okay,
And
and Madrimlian?
Does a running leap and does a swan dive. Utilizing a suit to bring him so he's not going too far out.
All right, make a piloting check, both of you.
Okay.
And actually, Daz is right. We see light at the edge of the dark. So here's actually what happens. About half an hour before you get to the edge, it gets dark. Very quickly. It was like sunset, 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 long, 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 long shadows, dark.
Yep.
Then you got to the edge, which it's a good thing you're in your bug suits, because you may not have seen the edge and you may have just stepped off it into the abyss, and you look down and you see this cliff, right? And this cliff is illuminated by sort of pink and orange rays like a setting sun. And then
Cool.
shoop down into the cliff, which is what these guys are doing.
So I rolled a total of 24 on my pilot.
Okay?
Aaron, can you make a roll for me?
Yep. Rolled a 17.
Plus 14,
31.
31. All right.
Okay. Anybody care to re-roll? Or are we good with our, like, these are decent rolls. One of them's awesome roll. Nope. Okay. Going once, going
Stealth
twice.
time.
Yeah, you guys managed to stop yourselves before you hit the edge of the cliff, right? Because of course it just goes shh, and then you're like, oh, there's the end. You guys are going at like Mach speeds, right? So it's like, whoa, 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 stop! You know, before you go belting out into the sky where all the ships are parked, right? Because you're going like, here's the cliff, and you're going, except the cliff's thick, right? So it's like you're going shh, right? And then it just stops, and that's basically where the fleet is parked, right? Is up there, and you're going shh, whoa, 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 stop, stop. You guys do manage to stop before you end up shooting into the sky like meteors.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Are all the ships grounded at the moment that I can see?
That would be a perception check, probably.
Yep, it would be for both of you.
Okay. Not 20.
Did you roll that before and we're saving
Nope.
it?
No? I just rolled it.
My total
Yeah, I
bonus-
heard the die.
Okay, whoa, guys. Crawley's turn.
My total bonus 12. I need someone to roll the die for me.
Aaron said he would roll, but he was muted.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
So,
Okay.
31.
31.
And I have a 44 then.
Get off of there. Sorry,
they're
excuse
not
me.
20.
My cat is about to destroy the place. Just a second. She's like climbing on my knickknack shelf. No. Get off.
So it's like we come up, look at other opposite directions, and look to each other, nod, and head back down.
You can't be gaming at the moment. We have no game master.
I know.
There we
I'm
go.
just laughing. Yep.
Yeah, I'm back. What was somebody trying to do without the game master?
Oh, is this because of our two rolls being so high, right? We pop up, we both look in opposite directions, start with turn, scan the field, look at each other, nod, and head back down. So how many ships are grounded, how many are in the air?
There's nothing currently in the air directly. Right? But there are about... Let's see. What would be a reasonable challenge for you guys?
How many bombs do we have again?
56 total.
A ridiculous amount of bombs. More bombs than you're ever
Not
gonna
quite
need.
enough. Not quite enough to blow up all of permafrost, though.
Maybe. Maybe.
Earth-shattering kaboom!
Kaboom!
Oh,
Ice sheet just explodes into a million fragments all over the universe. No. No.
Well, there goes the your story.
Yep, that's right. No, that's it. There's no such thing as black arrows. Yeah.
Now, a significant chunk of it would be removed, I would presume, but depending on the size of each of these charts,
I don't want to overdo the fleet. What do you think would be reasonable here based on what you originally had in mind, dear?
I don't know, 30 odd ships.
I thought that might be a little much. I was thinking 24 or maybe even a dozen.
Nah, there's got to be more than that to hold the base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not more than 24. 24 could hold the base.
Okay, so there are 24 ships. Varying in size from, let's see.
Mostly probably frigates and corvettes,
Yeah.
right? With a couple of man-o-wars, a couple of sloops,
Mhm.
right? And maybe a dreadnought in anchor above the
Right above the
The-
base.
base.
Any personnel wandering on the surface? Asks Daz. Yes, there are a lot of people here. There's at least a 50% stand to on each ship. And there are a bunch of people moving about the area. Orcs, goblins, trolls, ogres. And the occasional human. Crap.
any buildings?
Asked Daz. Well, yes, you guys have been here before. This is the
Uh-huh.
Permafrost Base, right? Normally it's kind of a boom town, kind of, you know, freewheeling atmosphere. This is where Mariama was from, right? There's like whorehouses, and you know, like 3 of them, I think we said, right? And
Mhm.
there's a couple of taverns, and then there's lodging, and there's, you know, resupply and repair.
And some damn dirty humans.
Yep. So this is the warm side, so they can wander about without suits. No, they're wearing this area does have breathable air, and it is you know, it's normal gravity when you get around the surface of the cliff. However, right, it's still windy and it's still very cold. So people are wearing jackets and cloaks and parkas.
Yeah. Toques, mitts.
Yeah.
Or as the Americans call them, beanies.
Beanies is a type of
Toque.
It's a type of toque, yeah.
There's a difference
I know.
between a toque and a beanie.
Yeah, I know. But most Americans don't even know what the word toque means.
I know, it's amazing. Yeah, the hairless monkeys. I see we have a lot of anti-human prejudice here, eh? I wonder how our changeling members feel about that.
Yeah.
Well, the changeling's the one saying it first.
It's a good thing that the only people who can see anything at the moment are Madrimlian and Crowley, and I haven't heard any of these remarks out of either one of them.
Nope.
Because Celine would be casting some pretty withering gazes around right about now.
I was just making round ears, hairless. I was just throwing in another suggestion for insults for them. Hairless monkey is a typical elf insult for humans.
That's true. Also round ears, yeah. Exactly. Yes, I did have a great childhood raised amongst round ears, says Dazzlecat.
I think it did not.
Not.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh, I did not.
There's a missing N. There's a missing
That's a
N
good
in
point.
there.
That's a good point. Yes. Okay. But yeah, that's what you guys see. You even see the people who normally maintain the port. So there's Illyri, right? You know?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you don't see is the elves and the gnomes.
Shit. Well, this may be a rescue mission more than just a scuttle mission.
Depends if they're on the ships or not.
That's what I'm thinking. They're either on the ships or they're locked in the buildings.
You really think so?
Or they're already dead. And that's not something I want to contemplate. I'm hoping they're alive.
So I'm to take it by this conversation then that you are speaking through the suit channels to everybody else and telling you what they see and telling them what you see.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your theory? She says to Ruavel.
think that the orcs would be big on taking prisoners.
It's not the typical behavior.
Von Vin says, well, if we're not too close to them, when Madrimlian gets back to this side, well, actually, we can just ask, because we could have Arian, in theory, ask our orcish captain what happened to the elves and the gnomes. He was here. He was serving as a picket.
It's a good call.
Is that what you guys do then?
That's assuming Arian's in his suit.
He'll be in his suit.
Sorry,
He's
Roy?
being
You broke up.
Von Vin says he'll be in his suit so he can keep dibs on us. It's like a motherfucking hen.
And I'm sorry, I heard Blake speak too.
I was agreeing with what she said.
All right. And I think that's a good place to call it then.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, this will give us something to give Chris to do.
Yep.
Since we said he stayed back at base.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good
Good
night.
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 I suspect actually that Chris is probably going to have his character like do the planetary maneuver once the fight starts.
Yeah,
Fly the
probably.
ship
Seems
around.
likely.
All right, so how'd you guys feel about tonight's game?
That's
Good.
Daz says this was awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. No, that's
Hey,
fine.
no worries, Dad.
It happens.
It
I'm
was
sorry
good to
about all the
have you
technical
on.
difficulties earlier tonight. I'm glad that rebooting the computer seems to have made a difference. I had something weird happen where OBS kind of insisted that it was going to get an update, goddammit, today, right in the middle of my previous stream. And I tried to update it, and then it didn't work. So I assumed that there was probably something borked in, the running of it, and it fixed itself when I rebooted. So that was probably the problem. I imagine, anyway.
It probably had something to do with the update wasn't entirely installed without a reboot.
Yeah, probably. Right?
And that can make things screwy with Windows. It's annoying that way.
Yeah. Speaking of, I finally updated to Windows 10.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to, but
I know, but they made you. I know, bastards, eh?
it's more or less because they stopped doing Windows updates for the older version. So it's like it was. I knew I had to eventually, otherwise I wouldn't be able to play any of my games.
Yeah. Moon said, I'm glad that Aiden was of use. Yes, actually, you guys were really great tonight. Shout out to the chat crew tonight. You guys were excellent.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Yep.
And I'm glad Daz was the one that got called on rather than me, says Moon. I'd have asked, right? And if you weren't into it, then, that's fine, right? I just thought it was something that Celine would have done, right? Knowing that Dazzlecat came to us from such a difficult background, she would go out of her way to try to make her welcome, right? It's just who Celine is.
And that was part of the reason why Madrimlian took her aside. It's like, okay, you've got these skills. I understand you've never had anyone have your back. That's what we're here for. We'll have your back.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys did that, actually. I assume that happened off camera.
It did.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. and thanks for bringing it to me in an easy to read update. That was very helpful. If you guys want to do that, if any of you guys want to do that in the future, where you've got off-camera stuff you want to do, right? Just make sure that I'm informed. Right? If there's any roles involved, somebody should probably supervise either Aaron or I, but if there's no roles involved, just fill me in. And that's fine. All right. That is all for tonight. I think coffee is probably up by now.
Coffee's
right?
up.
Coffee
Is up.
All right. Yeah. So we're going to go raid Coffee Quills. Tomorrow is our day off. We'll be back on Tuesday for Ask an Old GM at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern,
Moo.
9 p.m.
I'm not on camera.
Yeah, 9 p.m. UTC, 10 p.m. in the UK. And what time is that? Australian Eastern Time? I keep getting that wrong.
Australian Eastern Time would be
7 a.m.
For Aaron's stream.
Yeah.
Let's see, that's 1 o'clock. No, yeah, it's 1 o'clock our time, isn't it? Or no?
2.
2. So 5, 6, yeah, 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Australian Eastern Time.
A day later from now.
Yeah.
They're a day ahead.
Yeah, so that's Wednesday morning that Aaron will be back if you're in Australia. All right. So we're going to run our book ad one more time. Don't forget that Toy Soldiers Old School is the prequels of the Toy Soldier Saga series, the first novel of which, A Few Good Elves, is coming out on September 7th. But here, we're going to do our credits first, then we'll run the ad one last time, and then, and I obviously didn't adjust the stream thing, so, oops, sorry.
Did you put the music on the credit screen?
Did I put the music on the credit screen? No, but you know what? I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm going to turn it down. Because that's what we're going to do. I think it was Media Source, right? Yes.
Yeah, it would be Media Source.
And existing, that one. We're going to turn her down a bit, in this case. All right. Toy Soldiers Old School is game mastered by Aaron Ree, based on the Toy Soldier Saga universe created by Diane Morrison. Audio and video is provided by Zoom. Sound effects and ambience provided by Sirenscape. Music, the theme song, which is called Adventure Begins, by the way, is by White Sand. Check out his Patreon at patreon.com/whitesand. Mapping software provided by Campaign Cartographer 3+, Incarnate and World Spinner with adaptations in Adobe Photoshop. Character graphics provided by Hero Forge. Gaming software provided by Fantasy Grounds, Hero Lab, and World Anvil. Check out our campaign at www.worlanvil.com/w/Toy Soldier Saga, or check it out at this link, which will take you directly to the campaign page. Distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution License, the Toy Soldier Saga is copyright 1995 by Diane Morrison. All rights reserved. We're gonna go raid Coffee Quills as soon as the book ad is done running. Don't forget to yell, prepare to be boarded, because we are the Sailors Privateers. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week, or we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a good time.
Wednesday in Australia.